So I just got back from watching Bring Her Back. Holy f***. So I went to an early showing with my brother, and there was one other person there around 4 p.m. And when the movie was done, that person got up and we made eye contact. And the first thing he said was, "Did we really just watch that?" I asked myself the same thing because that movie was insane. There's so much to talk about. I'll try to keep it spoiler free, but Bring Her Back is the next movie from Danny and Michael, who directed Talk to Me in 2023. And I thought that movie was pretty good. Seeing their journey from RackaRacka on YouTube to filmmakers now, and they are making some heavy hitter horror movies. Bring Her Back definitely keeps their streak going. This movie was so wild. It's one of those horror movies where you're seeing a lot of disturbing things on screen. And there's a lot of like body horror, right? There's two specific scenes that involve teeth. That's all I'm gonna say, but those two scenes will definitely stick with me because they were absolutely insane. Now the filmmaker part of me wonders, how did they pull this off, right? I know practical effects is one of my favorites in horror, but the way they pulled this off was so insane. The actor who plays the young boy is Jonah Wren Phillips, and he absolutely crushed this role. From the makeup, from the contacts that he was wearing, it was just deeply disturbing anytime he was on screen. Like, he just knocked it out of the park. Honestly, everyone did a really good job acting wise, especially Sally Hawkins. The last movie I saw her in was Shape of Water, but normally her roles are like comedies or like romantic type of movies. I don't remember seeing her in a horror movie. Comment down below if she's made horror movies before this, but she absolutely crushed this role. Like, she was really convincing playing her character, like someone who's kind of like losing it, who's going through grief. Like she just did an amazing job. I did not expect Sally Hawkins to play it this well. Like, you would think she's been doing horror movies for a long time now. So I'm surprised I haven't seen her in more, honestly. The casting was pretty much spot on. Everyone did their part, including the main leads. But from the practical effects to the story, I do like how the story kind of like unfolds and you kind of take little pieces together to kind of like get to the end. I actually enjoyed this movie just as much as Talk to Me. Maybe this one a little bit more, but I feel like Talk to Me had a little bit more of like a playfulness to it. But this was just like balls to the wall disturbing. Kudos to Danny and Michael because they just outdid themselves again. You can tell that they have a passion for this. From what I read up, the inspiration for Bring Her Back is actually inspired by a real life tragedy that happened within their family. So to take that tragedy, the emotions of dealing with grief and everything that happens with that, and kind of turn it into this horror story is a pretty creative way to kind of like channel those feelings and tell a story, right? Something that you go through or your family goes through, and you kind of take those concepts and emotions and you kind of run with it to make a story. I thought they did a really good job with this movie. It's honestly one of the top movies I've seen this year. I was anticipating this movie since I saw the trailer, and it definitely delivered. It's one of those movies that will stay with you after you watch it because you just keep thinking of the scenes that you saw. And like I said, man, the practical effects, the makeup, some of these shots were just crazy. It was really well done. If you're a fan of Talk to Me, I highly recommend you go check this movie out. If you're a fan of horror in general, I definitely recommend you check this out. Just because when you watch it, you can really tell that these guys have passion behind their movie, you know. You could tell they really wanted to tell this story and they got it done. It's definitely one of those disturbing movies, so expect it to be a little bit on the heavier side compared to Talk to Me. But overall, like I said, it's definitely up there on the top movies I've seen this year. The movie should be playing in theaters now, so if you watched the trailer and it piqued your interest, go check it out. It will definitely deliver. Now, this movie's not for everyone. I can definitely see how some people won't like it, but overall, if you're a fan of like Hereditary, Talk to Me, like those A24 type of movies, right? And you like practical effects and stuff like that, I think you're gonna have a great time with this movie. Comment down below if you guys are gonna go watch this, and then when you do, come back and let me know what your favorite part of the movie was. Like I said, the two scenes involving teeth will never leave my mind. I definitely want to watch behind the scenes to see how exactly they pulled those off because bravo, man, that was insane. The next movie I'm hyped to see is 28 Years Later, which comes out June 20th. So expect a video to drop with my thoughts on that movie once I do finally see it. Also, if you guys haven't seen it already, make sure to check out my short film 28 Seconds Later, which is officially out now, and let me know what you think. I would love to hear what you guys think of the short film or what you think of Bring Her Back. Let's go ahead and talk about it in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.